I created this funky picture here using only my kids' art supplies. And here is how I did it. You know how I always tell you that you don't need to buy any fancy schmancy art supplies in order to start creating intuitive art. So with my next artwork, I decided to prove it and use only the art supplies that my kids got in the house. And I have to admit, it's been rather challenging as I already established the mediums I'm comfortable working with and the techniques that I follow. So using crayons and pencils and different types of markers has been challenging and was definitely out of my comfort zone. So here we have markers, crayons, pencils, and I'm not going to choose anything specifically, and we will decide on the way. Yes, it is challenging, but it's going to be fun. I start by creating some random lines on this paper, just moving my hand freely. In intuitive art, it's all about letting go of expectations and relaxing your mind. In what I'm going to draw, everything comes straight from my imagination, straight from my intuition. It's like a journey into the unknown. And right now, I'm not even sure what my next step is going to be. And in the moment like this, or when I feel that I'm stagnating, I would pick some repetitive pattern and start applying it until something else comes into my mind. Now when it comes to colors and how I choose them, I mostly pick 1, 2 at random and let my imagination guide me. I envision the picture in my mind and apply different colors to see what works best. I might make it sound easy, imagining colors, applying it in your head on the picture, choosing which one works best. But did you know that we all have different imagination, if any at all? Have you ever heard of aphantasia? It's inability to imagine, basically image-free thinking. Only 2 to 5% of people have it, including my husband. And we have recently found out about it just by accident. And he cannot put an image to his thought, like his memories from the childhood. He remembers it, he can describe it, but his brain does not generate images. Well, try to close your eyes and imagine yourself walking on the beach, looking at the sunset. If you can put a picture in your head, well, you don't have aphantasia, but some people, they don't. They might not even know about it. Like my husband, he thought that this is normal, that everyone is like that. And the phrase, when they say use your imagination, has always sounded metaphorical for him. There are tests online. If you are interested, you can check it out or read more about aphantasia. But here's the thing, even if you can't visualize, doesn't mean you can't be creative. Just start putting your thoughts, your ideas on the paper and don't worry about how it looks like. I don't focus too much on how it looks. It might not look pretty at the start, or you might think you messed it up, like I did here on this blue and wavy lines when I started to put these bubbles here and there, and then I just swipe them off because I think that's too overpowering. And also these pens, they don't really work well or at all with crayons, obviously, but for some reason I hope they might. Well, it's all about experimentation, and at this point, I really miss my paint pens. It would make it so much easier just to cover it up, and this is how my pictures end up with multiple layers. As I keep on covering the parts that I'm not really happy about, and I'm drawing over it and then over it again, and I keep on changing it, and it grows with more and more details and becomes very whimsical, and it adds up depth and character into the picture. So it all ends good. Here you can see me using acrylic paint sourced from Kids Craft Box 2 and originally from IKEA. I noticed that the overall composition had become quite dark and heavy, and since I couldn't use my paint pens to correct it, well, I decided to introduce some vibrant colors using this acrylic paint. And frankly, by now it was my only option here. The purple background was also too dim in my opinion, so I applied a layer of this white paint. It didn't provide a good coverage, as you can see, but it did brighten up the background, making the foreground elements pop. And I kind of like the finish it created. You know, there are moments when I feel like I've messed it up and there is no return. And this is one of those moments. But I just keep on working on it because I've already spent so much time and product just to give it up now. So I'm trying to fix it, to refine it until I'm happy with the result. And also I hate wasting. So I plan to add more details later, as I said, possibly with a touch of golden liner. I'm not including it to this video because I promised to only use my kid stuff, and golden liner is not one of them. So don't forget to keep an eye on my Instagram to see how this piece ended up. Some might call it childish, I call it playful. I will still be adding some more details using my paint pens, and the very final result I will upload to my Instagram. So link below, check it out. Based on this experiment today, if you are a beginner in intuitive art and would like to recreate maybe a similar style that I do, I would recommend investing in some paint pens. I have here black, white and some metallic ones. I have these three with a bullet nib. They can give you a good coverage. Be careful not to drop it when they are open. I'm going to show you what has happened right here now. So, where were we? Bullet nibs. They will give you a good coverage on the wider area. Okay, I have black, I have gold here, and the white one. And also I've got fine nibs for fine details. Also a black one. Where's the focus? Here. White one, and they have the same nib apart from this one. Okay, these ones are good for whimsical, some fine details. That's what I can recommend from my perspective. I hope this video inspires you to go grab those broken crayons and barely working pens and let your hand and your intuition paint a picture for you. Don't forget, there is no limits to creativity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any of my future artistic adventures. Thank you for joining me today, and until the next time, keep creating and stay inspired.